Hi students, welcome to the chemistry class. In yesterday class, we are discussed about the Raoult's law and their problems. And one more problem is here. The problem is the calculate the mass of the non-volatile solute. Calculate the mass of the non-volatile solute, and the mass of the non-volatile solute is 40 grams. Non-volatile solute is 40 grams. And then that solute, non-volatile solute, is dissolved in 114 grams of the octane. It is a solvent, and then formation of a solution. This question is completely calculate the mass of the non-volatile solute. That mass of the non-volatile solute is 40 grams. This is dissolved in 114 grams of the octane, and then formation of a solution. The solution vapor pressure is reduced to the 80%. In this question, only given the information is solute gram molecular weight, at the same time solvent weight, and the same time does not given to the pressure, total solution pressure, at the same time normal pure solvent pressure also. But hint is there, that is the solution to reduce the vapor pressure to the 80%. That means does not clearly the information. But we can assume first of all the pure solvent vapor pressure is does not given in this question. So we can assume to the 100%. The pure solvent vapor pressure is 100%, then the solution vapor pressure is reduced to the 80%. That means the solution vapor pressure is the 20. At the same time 20. So first of all, pure solvent of the vapor pressure is 100, and the reduced to the solution, that means PS equal to 80. Okay, and then the weight of the solute, that means non-volatile solute, is unknown. We are calculate or find out this question, and then gram molecular weight of solute is 40, and then solvent, weight of solvent is 114 grams, and then gram molecular weight of the solvent is, gram molecular weight means this is the octane. Octane, that means it is a alkane. Alkane means the molecular formula CnH2n plus 2. So these carbons are the 8 carbons. So carbon atoms are the 8, and then that hydrogens are the 2n plus 2. That means 2 enter. N means 8. 16 plus 2, 18. So totally 8 carbons and 18 hydrogens are combined. That means masses are combined. Then we can obtain the weight is 114 grams. 114 grams. In this question, the weight of the solvent, that means octane weight and the gram molecular weight of the octane is similar. Okay. Then the formula of the vapor pressure, that means based on the Raoult's law. What is the meaning of the Raoult's law? Raoult's law means the relative lowering vapor pressure of the dilute solution containing non-volatile solute is equals to the mole fraction of the solute in a solution. So according to the Raoult's law, we can calculate the molecular weight or weight of the non-volatile solute. We can use the formula is P naught minus PS by P naught is equal to weight of the solute by gram molecular weight of the solute into gram molecular weight of the solvent by weight of the solvent. So in these positions the values are substituted. P naught value is 100 minus PS value is 80 by 100 is equals to weight is unknown, we can find out, and then gram molecular weight is 40 into the gram molecular weight of the solvent is 114 by the weight of the solvent is 114. In this 114, 114, one time is cancelled, and then 100 minus 80 is equals to the 20 by 100 is equal to weight by 40. So 20 by 100 means 0.2 is equal to weight by 40. You can calculate the weight and then 0.2 is shifted into the left side. That means 0.2 into 40 is equal to 8 grams. So the non-volatile solute, 8 grams of the non-volatile solute is dissolved in 114 grams of the octane, then reduce the vapor pressure is 80%. Okay, so calculate the mass of the non-volatile solute. The mass of the non-volatile solute is 8 grams. Okay, and then the next concept is ideal solution. What is the meaning of the ideal solution? Ideal solution means the solution which obeys the Raoult's law. Which obeys the Raoult's law at all concentrations, at the given temperatures, or at all temperatures, any solution which obeys the Raoult's law at all concentrations and the temperatures, that type of solutions are called as a ideal solutions. Based on the Raoult's law, in yesterday class we have discussed about the Raoult's law. Raoult's law only applicable for the ideal solutions. That solutions are the dilute solutions, and then that solutions containing the non-volatile solutes, and then that solutes are does not going to the or go for does not goes to the association or dissociation. They are the applicable conditions for the Raoult's law. So based on the Raoult's law, any solution which obeys the Raoult's law at all concentrations and the temperatures, that solution is called as a ideal solution. Ideal solution. In this solution, for example, taken into a beaker. In that beaker, first of all, should be filled with one type of solvent, and then we are adding into the some small quantity of the non-volatile solute, and then that solute particles are dissolved in this solvent to formation of a solution. To formation of a solution. In this solution, we observe the three types of intermolecular forces. That means three types of interactions. For example, in this solution, solute is indicated by A and solvent is indicated by B, and the solution is indicated by AB. So in this case, three types of interactions we are observed. The first interactions are the solute, and the second type is the solvent, and the third type is the solute. So we observe the three types of intermolecular force of attractions or interactions are observed in this solution. According to the ideal solution, the intermolecular forces in between the AA, that means solute intermolecular forces, and intermolecular forces in between the solvent, that means solvent intermolecular forces are same. In this solution, according to the ideal solution, or in ideal solution, that solution having the three types of intermolecular forces we are observed. In that three forces, solute or solvent, the intermolecular forces are equal. At the same time, solute, solvent, intermolecular forces are equals to the solute and solvent intermolecular forces also. Solute, solvent, intermolecular forces are equals to the solute and solvent. Then that type of solutions are called as a ideal solution. What is the meaning of ideal solution? Ideal solution means that solutions which obeys the Raoult's law at all concentrations and temperatures. That type of solutions we are called as a ideal solution. In that of solution, we can observe three types of intermolecular forces. They are the solute intermolecular forces, solvent intermolecular forces, at the same time solute solvent intermolecular forces. These intermolecular forces all are the equal. Based on this concept, the intermolecular forces are equal, and then based on the Raoult's law, non-volatile solute is dissolved in this solution, dilute solution, according to the Raoult's law, that solute does not association or dissociation. Okay, at the same time, this is the solute. In this solute is interactions are neither lose the energy or nor gain the energy with of the solvent, then that energy is indicated by the delta H. Delta H value is the 0. Delta H value is the 0. At the same time, these interactions are similar with solute and solvent, that volume also same, not a increase or not a decrease in the solution. So delta V value also 0. At the same time, the vapor pressure of the solution is equals to the vapor pressure of the solute and the pure solute and the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. That means, once again I repeat, the vapor pressure of this solution, that means AB is indicated by the solute plus solvent. So the vapor pressure of the solution is equals to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and the vapor pressure of the pure solute. Okay, that is the ideal solution. That is the ideal solution. For example, this solution is drawn based on the solution taken, and then we draw the graph or plotted a graph in between this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and then this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. In this x-axis, we are taken into the mole fraction, and then y-axis we are taken into the vapor pressure, and then in this solution two components are here. One component is the solute, another component is the solvent. So in this x1, that means one type of solute we are taken observed. So x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to 0. That means another component is not observed in this case, and that means in this region. At the same time, in this region, x1 equal to 0, x2 equal to 1. That means another component we can observe. Then the mole fraction versus the vapor pressure of the solute and solvent, we can observe slopes are formed. They are the this is the vapor pressure of the component A. That means vapor pressure, pure vapor pressure. That means that is indicated by the P naught of the solvent. At the same time, this is the pure vapor pressure P naught of the, for example, it is B, indicated by the B. It is indicated by the A. this is the P naught A, pure vapor pressure of the solute. This is the pure vapor pressure of the solvent. And then both are, combined. This is the vapor pressure of the PA plus PB. That means it is equals to the total vapor pressure. Total vapor pressure of the solution. Then any ideal solution, any one ideal solution we are taken and then drawn the graph plotted in between the on the x-axis mole fraction and the y-axis vapor pressure we are taken and then plotted a graph, then this type of graph is obtained. Okay, in these two crossed lines, this means slopes are formed. These are indicated by the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and the pure solute, and then both are combined to formation of a total vapor pressure of the solution. Total vapor pressure of the solution. This is the ideal solution. What is the meaning of the ideal solution? Ideal solution means solution which obeys the Raoult's law at all concentrations and temperatures. The solution is called as a ideal solutions. In this solution we can observe three types of intermolecular forces. They are the AA, that means solute solute, solvent solvent, solute and solvent. So these intermolecular forces all are the equal, and then so in this equal, the intermolecular forces are equal, so the solution does not volume of the solution does not increase or decrease. So the delta V value is the 0. At the same time delta H value is the 0. At the same time pure vapor pressure of the solvent is equal, solute is equal to PA. The vapor pressure of the solute is equal to P naught A and XA. That means pure vapor pressure of the pure solute and the mole fraction of the solute. At the same time PB, that means solvent, vapor pressure of the solvent is equals to the pure vapor pressure of the solvent, at the same time the mole fraction of the solvent. Okay, and then some of the solutions does not obeys the Raoult's law. The type of solutions are called as a non-ideal solutions. The type of solutions are called as a non-ideal solution. We are discussed about the non-ideal solution. That is the non-ideal solution. What is the meaning of the non-ideal solution? Non-ideal solution means that solutions does not obeys the Raoult's law. At the same time that solutions are two types. Non-ideal solution means that solution does not obeys the Raoult's law. That means Raoult's law means the relative lowering vapor pressure of the solution, dilute solution that contain non-volatile solute is equals to the mole fraction of the solute. But in this case, these non-ideal solutions having the two types of values or exhibits or shows the two types of values. That means either increase the value of the Raoult's law or lower value of the Raoult's law. That means exact does not shows the this non-ideal solution does not shows the Raoult's law value, either higher values or lower values. So non-ideal solutions are two types. Non-ideal solutions are two types. Once again I repeat, non-ideal solution, that means solutions which does not obeys the ideal solution, that means Raoult's law, does not obeys the Raoult's law. That type of solutions are called as a non-ideal solution. Based on the Raoult's law values, these non-ideal solutions, their shows or exhibits the either higher values or lower values. Based on the exhibit or shows that values, these non-ideal solutions are classified into two types. They are the two types and they are exhibits the two types of deviations. They are the first one is the positive deviation Another one is the negative deviation. What is the meaning of the positive deviation? Positive deviation and negative deviation. Before the one type of small concept we are explain. I can explain. First of all, the ideal solution. In that ideal solution, two components are here. The two components having the same intermolecular forces. Why the same intermolecular forces are arising in that components? Because they having the similar structure. That means, for example, in ideal solution, benzene taken into benzene and taken into toluene. In this both compounds, similar structure, nearly similar, not any compound not a same to the another compound. But in this case, these are both are combined, both are acts as a two components in the solution. So these both are having the nearly similar structure. Nearly similar structure. So these both are having the similar properties. Both are having the similar intermolecular forces. This type of compounds or exhibits or shows the ideal behavior. So that solutions are called as a ideal solution. So the components are exhibits the ideal behavior because they having the similar structure or nearly similar structure. Okay, but in this case, non-ideal solution, that means that components in the solution having the two components are different structures. Okay, in these non-ideal solutions are exhibits two types of deviations. They are the first one is the positive deviation, another one is the negative deviation. First of all, we are discuss about the positive deviation. What is the meaning of the positive deviation? Positive deviation means the vapor pressure of the solution value is very high. The vapor pressure of the solution is higher than the value of the predicted by the Raoult's law. That means Raoult's law is predicted by a value of the vapor pressure, but the solution obtained the value of the vapor pressure is very high comparatively Raoult's law value. So that type of deviation is called as a positive deviation. Deviation means does not follows that rule, that deviate or violate the rules. That is called as a deviation. So according to the Raoult's law predict the vapor pressure value. But in this case, the solution of the vapor pressure deviates. That means increase, higher value is obtained. Higher value of the vapor pressure is obtained than the value of the predicted by the value of Raoult's law. Raoult's law value is lower comparatively this type of this solution having the vapor pressure. That is called as a positive deviation. That is called as a positive deviation. In this case, two components are here. This is the solution. In this solution containing two types of components. One is the solute, another one is the solvent. Solute is indicated by the A and the solvent is indicated by the B, and solute solvent is indicated by the AB. In this solution also we can observe three types of intermolecular force of attraction. In this first attraction, AA, that means solute intermolecular force of attraction, solvent intermolecular force of attraction, and the last one is the solute solvent intermolecular force of attraction. In this case, the solute, the solvent intermolecular forces are the strong. Comparatively, solute solvent intermolecular forces. So these forces are the weak forces. These forces are the weak forces. Once again I repeat. In this solution, positive deviation shows that solutions also we are observed the three types of intermolecular forces. That intermolecular forces are the solute-solute, solvent-solvent and solute-solvent. In this case, solute-solute and the solvent-solvent intermolecular forces are the strong forces and the solute and solvent intermolecular forces are the weak forces. So, in this AA, BB are the strong intermolecular forces and the AB very weak intermolecular forces. So, in this solvent or solute particles are does not combine with each other. That means, clearly listen, in this solution, solute particle combined with solvent particle with strong bond, then does not easily escape from the solution to the in vapor state. That means the vapor pressure is very less. But in this case, positive deviation shows that solutions AA, solute-solute, solvent-solvent intermolecular forces are the strong compared to the solute-solvent intermolecular forces. That means the solute does not strongly combine with solvent. Solute does not combine with solvent, but the solute is strongly combined with another solute. Solvent is strongly combined with another solvent. So, this is the solute, this is the solvent. Then easily this bond is breakable. That means the free molecules are more because of the solute solvent intermolecular forces weak. So, easily breakable this bond, and then free molecules of the solute and free molecules of the solvent is more. That means the free molecules occupy the more volume. So, delta V value is greater than 0. That means volume is very higher. That means volume is increased because of this bond is breakable easily and the free molecules are more of the solute molecules and the solvent molecules. At the same time, these bonds are easily breakable, so more amount of energy can be released. So, delta H value is also greater than 0. According to the ideal solutions, delta V and the delta H values are equals to the 0. But in this case, in positive deviation, delta V and the delta H values are the greater than 0. At the same time, these free molecules are easily escape from this solution and then easily develop the vapor pressure. Vapor pressure. So, to develop the vapor pressure, the value of the vapor pressure is also increases. So, the vapor pressure of the solution is the obtain the higher value than predicted value by the Raoult's law. So, the type of deviation is called as a positive deviation. And then this positive deviation, we can draw a graph plotted in between the mole fraction and vapor pressure. In this case, this is the one component, another component is 0. In this case, one component 0, x1, x2 equal to 1. This dotted lines indicates the ideal solution graph. That means they are the ideal solution of the graph obtained the curves. Okay, but in this deviation, positive deviation means the higher value of the vapor pressure is obtained. So, in this first component of the vapor pressure and the second component of the vapor pressure and the vapor pressure of the solution, that values are, these dotted lines are indicated by the ideal solution of the curves, But in this positive deviation, the values of the vapor pressure of the solution is higher than the ideal solution. So the curves are formed above the ideal solution curves. Okay, this is called as a positive deviation. In this case, this is the P1 vapor pressure of the P naught value. This is the P naught 2. That means the pure solvent, pure solute of the vapor pressures. The total vapor pressure of the solution is equals to the P naught A plus P naught B, the vapor pressure. So, in this case, the vapor pressure of the PA is greater than the P naught A and mole fraction of A. At the same time, PB values are also, the vapor pressure of the solvent or second component is also greater than the P naught B plus XB. Okay. For example, in this deviation, we can easily observe the example is ethyl alcohol plus N-hexane. Please imagine, first of all, taken into beaker and then should be filled with ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. This ethyl alcohol is the, for example, one component. This is, we can imagine A. This A and A intermolecular forces are very high because of it formation of a hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So the structure is C2H5OH, and then another structure, another molecule is C2H5OH. In between this molecule of the oxygen and this molecule of the hydrogen, in between the intermolecular force, that means hydrogen bonding is developed. This is the strong bond. That means AA intermolecular forces are very strong, and then this is the polar molecule. At the same time, N-hexane. N-hexane means C6H14. C6H14. These molecules are the non-polar molecule. At the same time, in between the non-polar molecules, the attractions are also strong. So, this is the B. So, in this, first of all, ethyl alcohol, we are taken into the ethyl alcohol, and then we are added into the N-hexane. N-hexane, that means component, another component. In this component is placed, occupied in between the two ethyl alcohol molecule by the breaking of this bond. That means these both are the polar molecules, these both are the strong intermolecular forces, are having the strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding. But in this bond can be break, and then occupy this place is the N-hexane. This is the non-polar molecule, this is the polar molecule. So, in between the polar molecules and non-polar molecule, the intermolecular forces are very, very weak. So, it is, we can imagine A, this is B. So, AA or BB intermolecular forces are the very strong comparatively AB, because of this is the polar, this is the non-polar. So, these intermolecular forces are very weak. So, these bonds are very weak, it can easily breakable. And then these free molecules are more, increases, and then this is increase the, that means the movement of this molecule are increases, then the volume of the solution is increases. So, V mixing value is greater than 0. At the same time, these bonds are easily breakable. At the same time, N-hexane is occupies this in between the ethyl alcohol. then the breaking of the bonds in between the ethyl alcohol, that energy can be releases. So H value, H mix value is also greater than 0. Okay, this is the positive deviation. Positive deviation means the vapor pressure of the solution value is very higher than the predicted value by the Raoult's law. That is called as a positive deviation. And then the second deviation is the negative deviation. Negative deviation means the vapor pressure of the solution value is lower than the predicted value by the Raoult's law. Then the predicted value by the Raoult's law, that deviation is called as a negative deviation. For example, in this case, taken into acetone plus chloroform. This is the A, this is the B. First of all, can imagine. In this acetone, the structure is CH3, CH3, C double bond O. At the same time, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. These are the A. At the same time, chloroform. Chloroform, the molecular formula is CHCl3. At the same time, the molecular formula of the chloroform is CHCl3. Cl. In this case, it is treated as a BB. So, in the negative deviation, in a solution, AA, BB interactions are very weak comparatively AB. Okay. Then produce the negative deviation, arising the negative deviation. Once again I repeat, in this solution, taken into a solution, in that solution containing two components, for example, one component is the acetone, another component is the chloroform. In this solution, component AA, that means acetone. In these molecules, in between the attractions are very poor. At the same time, chloroform, these molecules in between the attractions are also very poor. But in the case of AB, in this oxygen, more positive charge of the hydrogen, because of in this carbon attached into the three highly electronegative elements of the chlorine. That means these are to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself. So this hydrogen having the highly electropositive charge, and the same time in this acetone, the oxygen having the slightly or strongly negative charge. So this oxygen strongly attract the hydrogen and the formation of a hydrogen bonding. These attractions are the strong attractions. So does not easily breakable. So does not a formation of a free molecules. So does not increase the volume. So in this solution, the volume is less than 0. At the same time, these bonds are not a breakable easily. So the enthalpy value is also less than 0. At the same time, the vapor pressure of the solution is very less comparatively Raoult's law value, because of these molecules in between the solute and solvent intermolecular forces are very strong in this case. So the vapor pressure is very less developed. So the value of the vapor pressure is very less. The type of deviation is called as a negative deviation. And then we can draw the graph plotted in between the mole fraction and the vapor pressure. We can obtain, this is the x-axis, we are taken into mole fraction values. At the same time, this is the y-axis, we are taken into vapor pressure. First of all, this graph obtained from ideal solution. and then from negative deviation of the solution exhibits the solution, we can obtain the curves are the lower vapor pressure curves comparatively Raoult's law or comparatively ideal solution, because this strong intermolecular forces in between the solute and solvent then does not escape from the solution from solution state to the vapor state, so does not develop the vapor pressure. So the values are obtained at lower range. So this type of deviation is negative deviation. Okay, so this is the x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to 0, one component. At the same time, x1 equal to 0, x2 equal to 1. This is the vapor pressure. This is the A, this is the B, this is the total vapor pressure is equal to PA. This is the less than plus PB naught. In this case, the vapor pressure of the PA is less than the vapor pressure of the pure PA and the mole fraction. At the same time, the vapor pressure of the B is less than the pure vapor pressure of the B and XB. This is the negative deviation. Okay, and then the next concept we'll discuss in next class. Okay, students.